Hi guys, Marco here. 10th of July today, very warm here in Southern Europe. And I understand some of you may be already on holiday. However, I want to talk today about an important announcement from Docker, the implementation of this technology to create easily AI agents workflows. Let's take a deeper dive. This is the post I've been referring to. Docker brings Compose to agents era. Building AI agents is now easy. And indeed, if you have experience building agentic workflows, you know it can give you a lot of headaches. Ever tried building everything, having to ship it to your colleague which has a bit different platform and everything fails? Well, you are not alone. Even worse, if you have to transfer it from your local computer to the cloud, everything may go bananas. But here, Docker provides a good solution. An environment where all the dependencies are solved. This has been used for software engineering for long and now has been taken also to the agent era. Everybody talks about AI agents, and here we read that with just a compose.yaml file, which is an instruction file, if you never use Docker, you can define open models, so change from an LLM to another, your agentic workflow, and the MCP compatible tools. I'm sure by now you heard many times about MCP protocol. I don't need to explain it here. And this Compose also integrates with most popular agentic frameworks like LangGraph, CrewAI, Google's ADK. In Docker, you can find an MCP Catalog so that you can easily connect to the tool that you prefer, and you can also have locally your own LLM. Here it uses Model Runner, and notice that since this is very recent, is still in beta. Cherry on the cake, easy to deploy on the cloud. You just run gcloud if you are using Google Cloud, run Compose app, and that's done. Azure as well supports it. But as usual, let's give it a try. This tutorial refers to a GitHub repository that I will open immediately. Here is for LangGraph, but it has demo for several other frameworks. Here we see Versal AI, CrewAI, LangGraph, where I use a local model, powerful one, is Qwen3, and it connects to a database, is similar to a RAG. What we will explore is the multi-agent workflow with the agent-to-agent protocol that I'm sure you heard about. I have it here. What do? You are the user, you have a central agent, which is the auditor, and the auditor gets your statement and calls other agents, a critic that connects to a search engine, and a reviser that refines and verifies the critic's conclusion, and then tells you if what you say is true or false. Is a fact-checking. You can implement it, for example, for a small news agency. Let's see if it works. What do we need to do? Here all the instruction. Create secret.openai API key. Yeah, because it's integrated with OpenAI. You can also use other YAML file, but for simplicity we stay there. So I created my secret with my own key, and then simply matter of running it. I use this as usual, the VS Code, and here we can have a closer look at the compose.yaml file. Here we have the auditor agent that we just say is the central one, and indeed you can call it on port 8080. It depends on the critic agent with the A2A protocol, and these are the ports, on the revisor, and I tweaked it here. Originally this is O3 model, which is the best reasoning model, but hey, I'm a bit stingy, so O4 meaning will do for all the agents. Without further saying, let's compose it up. Of course, I already downloaded all the images, so we don't have to wait too much. And this will just spin the YAML file and run the containers. Okay, everything seems up and running. Critic is running. For local testing, access HTTP localhost 880, and notice that by pressing V, I can already see it in Docker desktop. Here are all the containers running. Voila, localhost. And there we go. Let's type a message. Now it calls the agentic workflows. I don't see any answer, text provide to evaluate. Of course. But it checks online and it says, while Trump administered early budget blueprint proposed the significant cut, it says indeed is false. Okay, well, we can use the fact checking, and indeed here you find all the explanation. Apart from the National Weather Agency, I would say that this works very well. And that's it. Going back to the Compose for Agents, we can see many other examples. LangGraph proposes an agent that can talk to a SQL database. What about CrewAI? A marketing team, even more interesting. Docker Compose build, like we just did. And here we have a virtual team that does marketing for you. Research task, project understanding, and then it creates a marketing strategy. Really impressive. At this point, I would invite you to play a bit more with this, and if you like this video, please put a like, subscribe, and of course, see you in the next video.